Do you know that we have one simple way you can catch a spike, take your trade, and be successful? In my last video, people requested that I should help them to make this particular strategy to be for them to see how they can use it to do cash spike only. Now, in this video, I want to be talking on how you can use this strategy to catch spike and nothing else, nothing more. But before I do that, let me show you how you can also use this particular thing to trade on volatility 10, volatility 25, volatility 75, and thereabout. Now, there are simple ways we do things, and when people don't understand it, it looks as if we are joking. Just look at what I marked there. Let's go to 5 minutes time frame. Let me zoom out. Did you see it? Did you see it? How we mark the double bottom? Sometimes people think that if you have that, the reason this thing must come down like this because it's going to form a W form like this. When people say that, sometimes I smile, and not knowing that not all of them can work in that way, because when something form a head and shoulder, it's not that easy. This place now and this place, like what we have here and here. So the possibility of seeing this thing coming down, and which time frame can you use to identify the head and shoulder? Do you want to see the time frame, the head and shoulder in 5 minutes or 1 hour and 4 hours? So which one are you using? And that is what makes it so difficult for people to trade the W or the M shape, which is the head and shoulder pattern. It's not that easy. So, but here, these are some of the simple things. If you get to know them, it will be easy for you to see some breakouts that will help you to trade successfully without any interruption. Look at it. Can you see it? So this is what we do. So the reason I'm saying this is that you can also do this thing in your 5 minutes and also use it for your volatility 10 index, and it will also be profitable for you. All right. Now, but the key place we are talking about today, we'll be using boom and crash. Look at it. Boom and crash. Look at from here now. Do you see it? From here, what happened? A total breakout. I'll be leaving this thing like this, then I will be adding up those things for you to see how accurate your 5 minutes can be when it comes to catching spike using this very strategy. Let's use boom 1000. Let's use boom 1000 for us to see how powerful this thing can be. Okay, let's see something like this. Let's just watch something like this and see how we can use it. Look at here. All right, now let me add up those indicators that we'll be using. The first indicator we'll be adding moving average 9, moving average 9, exponential. Please remember that it's exponential. Moving average 9, exponential. Moving average 9, exponential. Moving average 9, exponential. So the exponential we are using, we apply it to close. That close, then I say this is moving average. Then I'll be adding another moving average. This time we'll be using moving average 12. Then I will change the color, exponential. Then I can use any color of my choice. This is what we'll have. Now, the thing is too shouty, but look at it. Let me zoom it out. Do you see that of all that happened, of all the movement? Now, look at why I decided to put that in first before applying those things, so that when some people will be talking, they will not know that we know what you are doing. Look at it. Can you see something? Once you are sure of the price action, once you are sure of the support and resistance zone, you can mark something and be sure. I didn't add this thing newly. It was something that was there. Now, this is where the market crossed, and this is the first spike that took place. And once this thing took place, sometimes people will enter from here, which is also good. But if you map your resistance and support zone line, you have your history line. Now, look at it from this spike. Once you have seen that this one has spike here, you have the opportunity to enter again, and from here you are taking those things. That is how simple this thing can be. Then I said something else, that for you not to make series of mistakes, I said that it is wise for you to add one and most important aspect of this thing, which is called MACD. And this MACD, I told you that you should be using the default settings. You should be using the default settings. So if you open yours and it's not on default, look at below that you will hear what it said, set to default. Touch the default so that what you will have here will be 12, your slow EMA will be 26, and here will be 29. Apply this like this. Then now let me show you something. I have here 4. I have here, let me just say 80. Let me just put it like this. Let me just put it like this, and I set it. Do you know what happened? Look at the history. Look at the histogram line. Look at the signal line. Do you see what happened? Now, but once you have something like this, if I touch the default settings, it will return it to how the system programmed it, and that is what we have here. Look at it. Can you see it? So this is what we have here. Then the question is, what do I need this thing for? What should I be doing with those things? I told you that is one of the most powerful something that will help you to catch spike. And once catching spike is concerned, it's very, very important. Now let's use what the market is doing in the now, the current market of the now. Let's see what market is saying and how we can be able to trade with those things. Number one, we saw that the market has been trading in this direction. This is the trend of the market for now, and this is the breakout point from the 5 minutes time frame, and this is where the histogram line changed. And ever since the histogram changed from here, the market has been in this position. Now, what would you be looking at for you to be sure that this thing will give you what you want? Number one, allow this market to form this head like this. Then if this thing form like this, please, since this is boom, since this is for catching spike, if you do this here, it will confuse you, because it may form several distance without giving you multiple spike. Then what you should do is you have to visit your higher time frame. Now, if you visit your higher time frame, you'll be using 1 hour time frame for you to see the entry point for catching spike. Now let's see this. And zoom level is very, very important if you're using your smartphone. Now look at what I'm doing. I zoom out completely like this. So now that I zoom out completely like this, look at what we have on the screen here. If you check what we have here, you will see that we'll have like 4 heads, and from here, this is where the market pushed the market to, and each of the candle here represent 1 hour, like we can see. So imagine when you entered from here, you take 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what this thing means in your catching spike. So look at it. The starting point of this thing is here. Look at here. So you see that the histogram line will cross like this. Then check the signal line. Once the thing cross, check what is happening on the screen. Then you will see, you will have this morning star that shows you a signal that the market is about to change. You will see it, that the market is changing. But there is another secret you can look out for. You know what it means, that once you have a long, or this, though many will not understand. Once you have a long bearish move and have a single bullish and another single this thing, know it that what is coming in the next few three candles should be a reversal when it comes to 1 hour time frame. But why I will not say this thing is because it sometimes confuses people. Like what we have here, check what we have here, check what we have here. Look at it. When we talk about morning star, engulfing star, people don't understand it. And check what we have here. Did you see that? Though it will be difficult for people to understand, but just focus on what I'm teaching you now. Once you have the heads formed from here like this, allow you to start going down. Check what you have. Use the powerful moving average you have on the main screen, and it will surprise you that things will turn out for good to you. It's simple. Remember the instruction. Instruction number 1 is use your 1 hour time frame to catch a spike. Use your 1 hour time frame to catch a spike. Use your 1 hour time frame to catch a spike. Then make your entry point from 5 minutes time frame. Make your entry point from 5 minutes time frame. Once you see those crossing that move in these directions, once you see those crossing that moving, why this thing is not complete like this is because the one that is of the one hour time frame is not that strong enough. So that is why it's not advisable. Like what you have even in this place simply means that these things you are seeing here simply means that the strength of buyers, strength of sellers are still strong in 1 hour time frame. But when it comes to a move in the lower time frame, this is what you will see. You will see a total change that will bring smile on your face. Get that? Do you see that? So the key thing here is for you to focus on this from 1 hour time frame. Focus on this. Focus on this. Don't trade when the market is not in a positive direction. Don't trade when the market is not in a positive direction. Like this market is struggling to break out from this axis. This market is struggling to break out from this axis. It's possible that this one now will come back to this point and later come here. And at the end of the day, the market will now be having issue. So how then do you sort out problem like this? You mark something like this. Mark something that will bring you from the last support zone and the previous last support zone and last resistance zone. Keep it there. If the thing breaks out from the support zone, that means the thing is going down. If the thing breaks out from the resistance zone, that means the thing is going up. That is one of the simple way for you to place your mark your charts and just relax and watch it. So one thing you should be doing is, since a candle takes 1 hour and you know that this candle cannot make this move completely within 1 hour time, so you should just check it within the 1 hour time and you are out of the trade and go to other places. It's not as bad as you think and it's as easy as anything. All it requires is the knowledge behind what you are doing. Do you get that? That is all that matters presently. But for clarity purpose, like I said, there is a need for you to add this MACD. It's very, very important. Mostly for newbies, it's very, very important. It's very, very important. Take this thing and catch a spike. If you are seeing that a candle is making a move, that move is not a reason you should place your trade. It's very, very wrong. Once you see that this market is making this move, please, I beg you, stay out of this thing. Don't trade this. Don't ever trade this. That you manage to trade when this market reverses in this direction is not a good reason you should trade this one. Because as it stands now, it's possible that this market is the breakout candle that will push this thing to come to this direction. When people are trading using MACD, they don't sometimes study that this one now becomes the head and here becomes the shoulder. So they don't know that you can even monitor the price action using those things. That these things you are seeing is the shape of the market. As this thing is coming up, that is the momentum of the market. So don't trade this thing. because it will surprise you that you may enter here for spike, the thing will continue to retrace like this, and you may enter it for retracement to do your scalping. It will surprise you that it may pull back to change a direction because it has not broken out from those things. It's very, very important to follow those simple things without talking much or without even stressing yourself. There are sometimes you open your trade. If what you wanted is not what you are saying, nobody should preach to you about those things. You leave the trade at the moment. So now let's see how you can do the same thing on crash 1000. Look at the same thing. The thing is simple. First thing first, discover where the market need to break out from. Discover those things. Look at it. If you discover it, once you see the changes on the main chart, you will now enter to catch your spike. As simple as that. As simple as that. I don't know. It's simple. Look at it. It's simple. You also see the changes in your histogram. You change it, you will see the changes in the histogram. You also see it. You see the changes in the histogram. You confirm your changes from this angle. Look at it. You confirm your entries here. Look at it. You catch a spike. So it's simple. Everybody can do this thing once you have the right knowledge about trading. Like what you have here now. In this spot now, you don't trade here. There is no need for you to trade here because this market have not taken any decision so far. The one that you place from here, this is where you should be taking. This one is where you should place your stop loss, and every other thing. Like here now, your stop loss here, your first TP should be here before this one. Then all this one, which is forming a consolidation, you should be out of trade by now. So currently now, there is no trade as long as I'm concerned. You don't trade anything. Even though that this market is making a move, allow you to make a genuine move by breaking out from these places or breaking out from here. And that is when you can say that I have a market to trade. Simple. Do you see that? So once you see something like this, avoid the market. Now let's see other things like volatility 25. Volatility 25. Now let's see what we have here. Now, as this one is like this, do you still have anything to trade? The answer remains. Let me show you. Some will say that you don't draw trend lines. You don't do it. Sometimes even with your eyes, you can detect what the market is going to look like if you know what you're doing. Like currently now, this market you are seeing has something here to battle and also have something to. So let's assume you want to place trade. Are you placing trade with the condition that this thing will remain up like this, or are you trading that it cannot come back like this? The question is, what is the shape of the histogram? The shape of the histogram is going like this, which is like this, but still have the opportunity to come and add more histogram lines like this. So there is no opportunity here. What you should do is to stay off. Though that in your 1 minute time frame, as these things are making move, like as this thing is reversing now, is forming a bearish move in 1 minute time frame. Let's see how sure. Can you see it? Can you see what I'm showing you? So as that one is moving, it's forming this move here. So sometimes you may jump into the trade only for you to see the thing keep going up, and by so doing, you will be losing the little capital you have. So these are simple ways you can place trade and come out successfully without any loss or minimal loss. That is my advice for you. Please, I want to beg you, my returning subscribers, please keep watching those videos and stick to one. If you have been practicing some of the videos, you don't need to practice everything. Take one and monitor it and see how it works for you. And I keep saying this, in as much as we are dropping videos so that many people, because people are joining FOREX every single day, and some people who traded on currency are joining boom and crash. So they need fresh ideas. And there are some people with high knowledge and some with middle and some with low, very low knowledge. So we keep dropping videos. If this one did not work for you, this one will work. If you eventually find any strategy that is working for you, please stick to it. Stick to it. Don't rush out from there because you receive a notification. I'm not saying that nobody should watch my video. It is very good if you watch it, but of what use is it to you if you watch and practice and be losing the one you have based on you are good with that one, but this one is not doing somehow to you. You are not conversant. You are not, you are not following. The way the thing is doing is not as the other one. And you cannot force MACD to function like a stochastic oscillator. You know that. So if you are good at stochastic oscillator, stick to it, monitor it, let stochastic oscillator enter you, so that from there you'll be making the necessary money required from it. Then even if you want to try this one, please take time to study it. Don't just rush into it. There are more to what you know than what you see. All right, so focus on it. And I keep saying this thing: if at the end of watching these videos on YouTube, you try and you are still losing, please don't blame strategy. Blame the knowledge behind your trying. You cannot keep losing your money in the name of trying. And if you are not good at trading, please practice on your demo, or better, look for a mentor that will guide you to what you need to do in life. Forex is deep, Forex is real, and it's not the best and most easy way to make money. No, sir. The more you look at it, it looks simple. If you venture there with your 3,000 US dollars, you can lose that money and become poor, broke, and you have nobody to blame. That's one simple truth you must know. So, but with the right knowledge, you can step into this place with 500 USD. You can step into this place 1,000 USD, and you will change your history. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you what I know. It's not, it's not, it's not as, I'm not lying to you. So why you are losing all is because you are trying with empty head, no knowledge at all. Learn, learn, learn before you drive. You cannot drive into the forest without going to driving school. Likewise, you cannot drive a car without learning from someone or picking experiences. Use these strategies and it will work for you. If these strategies are not working for you, get the knowledge. You will never regret you do so. GDFX signing out.